Hey guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. As always, I'm ViciousV. When last we left off, our buddy Sam Watts had just posthumously asked us to avenge him. So let's get back to it. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nguyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, so I guess we're here in Seattle and the organ grinders. Alright, the smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. Tasty. Oh, there's somebody over here. And we gotta talk to him. His name's Dresden. I wonder if he's a wizard. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job. A little more than you would want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of Croman's surgical tools. I feel slightly creeped out. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you? Are you the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are?" See, ViciousV, I'm here about Sam Watts. ViciousV, I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. No one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts. I'm gonna go with the middle one. Alright, he frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? See, Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 Nguyen was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. I don't really want to go around telling people that I've got an account with 100,000 Nguyen in it. So, second one. Dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Okay, I guess we follow him now. Talk to him. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Sounds grisly. Emerald City Ripper. I'm gonna go with first one. He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Delicious, a trophy hunter. What was it? Or, and? What prize? Watts's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? Whiz, what else? Lucky contestants. First victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. That's interesting. Dresden! Get out here! Okay. What's going on out there? I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Okay, I guess that's all the conversation that's going to go on. Let's look around. If you can't tell by now, I'm particularly terrible at voices, so you're not going to get a wide range of character voices out of me. I'm sorry, it's just not something I'm good at. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face is an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Okay, look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Take the cred stick. I like money. Alright, you slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 Nuyen is added to your account. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ew. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn-off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we are, I'm assuming, argued. We have been something long, something to say I'm sorry. See you there, love, Jessica. Put the evidence bag down. Okay, and now I guess we come out here and talk to McCluskey. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting, if you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow. You can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So, this new Ripper Vic, Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Yep, sounds right. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. He has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Yeah, superhuman. Super. Who the hell are you? I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee. Strength 4, which I don't have. None of your business, lumpy. Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. I don't think this guy wants help. So I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. That's right, and if you ever do hear something, I'll knock it right out of your head. Wow, nice dude. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Okay. Now we talk to Dresden again. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. I don't do friends. Well, he didn't really seem like my type. I want to go with the dinner party comment. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. A job's a job. This one pays better than most. I'm going to bring his killer to justice, at least street justice. Well, Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 nuyen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, and after a fashion, I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? You don't buy that? Sounds like you disagreed with the findings. Let's do that. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of nuyen, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ Grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. God, I get treated so awful. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then, I'll go do that? Do you know where the murder site is or not? Let's go with, I'll go do that. And then I saw these flash, yep. I can get stuffs from these. Got a basic med kit, and Dockwagon basic trauma kit, and then we have this. I don't see anything else flashing. So we open it, the cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Unfortunately, I'm American, and I'm not real familiar with the Celsius scale, as far as how that conforms to Fahrenheit, but I think that's fairly warm. Open the drawer. At least warmer than you would keep a corpse. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa! Easy there! In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive? What do I look like, a damn alarm clock? You were just sleeping in a freezer for dead people. Didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper Vic, did you know him? I'll ask the questions. What the hell are you doing in a morgue drawer? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Let's do that. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then. Over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out, maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? Call me ViciousV. I'm still waiting for the ending of your story. Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm ViciousV. Let's say nice to meet you, Jake. I'm ViciousV, because being polite gets you places. And well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? Great, so you don't know anything about the death. Do you know anything else? I'm gonna go with you've done this before. It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? It's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid, in Nguyen, not tours. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. I don't work for free. Guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Fine. There's a cred stick with 1,000 Nguyen with your name on it. Help me dust those gangers and it's yours. Let's see if we can barter them up. Make it 1,500. Hard bargainer. Alright, 1,500 it is, but you'd better be worth it. Don't worry about me. I'm good for the fight if you're good for the money. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon. Let's see. Give me a pistol, which we're probably going to do because that's what I'm trained in. I'm good with a shotgun. I would love a shotgun, but I don't have any skill with it. SMG, rifle, no guns, melee. Yeah, we're going to go with a pistol because it's what I can use. My weapon of choice as well. Here, take this one. And we got a Fichetti Security 500 pistol. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Just a minute, tell me some more about these gangers first. I'm ready, just watch my back, don't make me regret this if you're buying. Tell me about the gangers. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. I wouldn't really take that to be a troll name, but I guess in this universe, he's got all the Halloweeners and the Barons looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll follow you. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. Okay. So, I guess we go out. Yeah, here we go. Okay, head out to the Barrens. Confirm. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut it here for this episode. I'm trying to keep the episode times down to about 20 minutes. I know this one was story heavy and action light. I think when we get to the next episode, we can swap that around a little bit. So just stick with me. If you like the video, leave a like. Please subscribe if you like me, and I'll see you guys next time.